We ain't gonna tiptoe around the issues.
Remember, we don't do good shoulda coulda what up in here.
Barbecue and mildew time. Let's go. We ain't gonna tiptoe around the issues.
Remember, we don't do good shoulda coulda what up in here.
Barbecue and mildew time. Let's try this again. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Larry, way out of Zoom. My computer froze, so aka the stream froze. So that's why I had to make another event and come back. Okay, so let's try this again. It's your boy Larry. This is the Dixon Way, all about the A Sports Talk. We give you that live commentary, all our favorite sports teams. Braves, Hawks, Falcons, Bulldogs, and my wife's Gators. We appreciate every last one of you guys coming in. This is the Falcon in review. Well, we are going to review game number 13 of the NFL 2023 NFL season. Atlanta Falcons lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 29-25. There's been a lot of discourse in the Falcon community, Falcon fandom, saying who was to blame for that game. Some are saying that mostly it was on young Wei Koo, who missed 2 critical field goals in a game that would have won us the game. Others say that it was Ritter spotting a team 9 points early in the game proved costly for this team. Also, on top of that, not hitting Bijan in the flat when he was wide open, that also caused the caused the problem. So let's put this up here. All right, so we're gonna get into it, man. Let's just look at the quarters on how we scored, man. So it was 3-3 in the first quarter, okay? Field goal. Then Buccaneers got a safety and then got a interception. And we were at 9, so they had 10. Basically, they had 12 to zip. Then we scored our 12-3. We scored our touchdown. It was 10-12. Good run by Bijan Robinson. Also, in this game, Desmond Ritter, yardage wise, if you just looked at it, if you looked at this game at the stats and you didn't watch the game, you would look at this and say, oh my goodness, Desmond Ritter had 347 yards, 1 touchdown, one interception. That wouldn't seem that bad. Baker Mayfield, look at the defense. Also, you got a side of the camp that said, really did enough. The defense failed us at the end of the game. It's a whole lot of people that said that. But you look at Baker Mayfield, and he was 14 for 29. Now, mind you, this is including the game-winning drive when they had to go in the entire field to beat us, guys. So, Baker Mayfield, before that final drive, had 70-something yards in the game. But I think they went down 75 yards, if I'm not mistaken. So, we're going to say that the defense had a bad game when Baker Mayfield literally had under double digits until that last drive. I can't say that. Now, White was going off, man. Our run defense, they were gutting us like a fish. 25 carries for 102 yards. And it was just the timing of the runs that really hurt our team. I really think that that was the biggest outcome to keep them close. But again, a lot of those yards are empty yards because when you spot someone, 12 points, it's like, dang, man, you already starting behind the 8 ball. Defense is out there a long time. Algiers led the team in yards with 40 yards for 9 carries. You know what I'm saying? Drake London was a monster. Like, shout out to Drake London, man. Drake London was out there carrying this entire team. And you say, well, Ritter threw those passes to him. How can you say that? Well, there were several catches that were either behind Drake or just super poorly misthrown. And Drake London went out and basically intercepted the ball several times from the defenders, making magnificent catches. Again, when you watch the game, you can see the pretext of what I'm saying. That 30-something yard catch that he caught, it literally was a duck, and it was going to 2 defenders. And Drake swooped in like a cornerback and intercepted it. Now it counts as a reception for the offense, but that was that was pretty much an interception. Okay. The back shoulder throw, that was too far inside that Drake reached over the man and caught it. That also was an interception. So Drake was out there doing this thing. Godwin, 5 receptions for 53 yards. But his biggest catch was on D. Alford when they stacked 3 and then he got off. That was his biggest play of the game. Clark Phillips was locking him up. And that pass interference on Clark Phillips was bogus. Godwin, a good one, he yanked his jersey, not the other way around. So I really like Clark Phillips the third, man. He's gonna be a keeper, in my opinion. Even when Okuda come back, they might have a hard decision to be like, hey, let's let the kid rock. He's doing well. Secondary is playing better with him out there, especially with him and seemed like him and AJ was pretty much locking things down, man. Great job by the secondary this game, outside of the last drive. Yeah, because they leading receiver, other than that, he was dinking and dunking. And AJ was clamping up Mike Evans. Like, AJ took it personal. Like he was Michael Jordan in The Last Stand looking at the tablet as I took it personal. That's how it was, man. But shout out to AJ putting the clamps on Mike Evans. Future Hall of Famer, most likely, at wide receiver. Let's go to the team stats. See, this is what I'm talking about. Tampa Bay only had 209 yards total offense. Now, we lost the turnover battle. And we had more first downs. Time possession was held by Tampa Bay. So, Tampa Bay held the ball longer than the Falcons, thus showing why the defense was tired. I really think that the defense got tired at the end of the game. Some also say the play calling. We can blame Ritter for the pass, but who calls that screen and uses Bijan as a wide receiver, basically in the slot, for a slot screen, when most teams are already just looking and keying in on Bijan when he's out there. So when he's split out wide, Of course, they're going to key in on that. If you hike the ball, man, that safety came up. He didn't look at anyone else. He recognized the play. He ran straight to Bijan and picked it off like it was nothing. Like, thank you. Appreciate these cookies. Like, come on, man. So, also, if you saying that was a horrible play call, I won't disagree with you. I will not disagree with you. But yeah, let's get in the weeds of it. And guys, if you oh yeah, also, yeah. Duncan show. Oh. Yeah, so look. Baker Mayfield was averaging 5 yards per throw. That's absolutely horrible considering he had his best drive during the final drive of the game. But since he won the game, his rating went up. But his QBR was 53.4. Now, if you want to say that we got gutted like a fish by Rachaad White, okay, we can have a discussion right there. And Chase Edmonds, I mean, he was very effective too. He was 5 yards a carry. Rachaad White was 4 yards a carry. But holding them guys, I don't know. Baker Mayfield had a short field, got a touchdown, then had the last drive and got a touchdown. Other than that, it was a lot of bend but don't break defense. Field goals. I mean, Baker, I guess, yeah, Baker got the rushing touchdown, yeah. All right, you got to count that, so yeah. All right. So yeah, Baker with the rushing touchdown with the quarterback sneak. Yeah, that is true. All right. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know, man. I'm just looking at these stats for Tampa Bay. It's not impressing me. It felt like the defense played a good game. Now, don't get me wrong. I did not like us giving up a game-winning drive against Baker Mayfield, and he's screaming out, "This my ish," as walking off the field. But overall, I think the defense played well. Richie Grant, man, Richie Grant. When in doubt, throw the ball at Richie Grant. Says every team in the NFL. I was surprised that D. Alford gave up that touchdown or that post for a first down. I was surprised on that because D. Alford's been pretty good this season, pretty reliable this season in the slot as a slot corner, but he got burnt. And then Richie Grant is just barbecue chicken. Basically ran a play to isolate him to run a skinny post. And got him. Got him. Yeah, so I don't know. And Richie Grant was a second round pick, guys. He was a second round pick. Very disappointing, man. Very disappointing from Richie Grant. So, the Falcons now are in a 3-way tie with Tampa Bay and the New Orleans Saints at 6-7. 6-7, guys. Will anybody take a chokehold on this league, on this division? What's up, Michael Eagle? How you doing, fam? Welcome back to the stream. That sounded for you. Michael Eagle said the Falcons need to beat the Saints one more time. Easy win over the Panthers, and the Bucs need to lose to the Saints, and we possible making in the playoffs. It's still possible. Oh, yeah, it's definitely still possible. That's how I wanted to get to. Now, we're going to move past on who you think is the blame for who lost the game. Because there's several different camps. And to be honest, now one of them are wrong if you present the right argument. But what I will say is, the loss is the loss is the loss. We find new ways to lose. That's a sign of a not very well coached team. It just is. Larry, go to the room. All right, so it comes back. I think it comes back to coaching, but ultimately, my personal opinion is that that turnover at the beginning of the game and the safety were caused by Ritter. He spotted them. Larry, no, don't open that door. Larry, no. Don't open that door. Yeah, don't open it. All right. I think those turnovers turned into points, which ultimately cost us the game. Yes, we had a lot of game to come back. And that run by Ritter should have been a clinching touchdown. So I do like him getting better at the halftime. I will give him that. Oh, I see Pac-Man. Yeah, he fell down. Yeah, unfortunately, Ritter isn't a mailman in the fourth quarter. Yeah, I understand. John Huggins in the building. What up, fam? I see you. John Huggins said, what's happening with you? Man, just going over this game, just like everybody else has. But I want to go at it at a little bit different angle. I know a lot of people want to blame, the coach, the player in Ritter, or whatever, lack of production from Bijan. Even though Bijan got a touchdown, Algiers had the most rushing yards in this game. Even though, but when you really look at it, Algiers and Bijan only had 9 and 10 carries between themselves. It seemed like we didn't want to establish the run. Normally, we'll have at least, one and a half 18, one and a half 13, something like that. We normally have 25 between those two alone. So it seemed like we really didn't try to establish the run when you really look in the weeds. Michael Eagle said, yeah, that interception choked any momentum we may have had. Oblivion Empire, what's up, fam? I see you. That sounded for you. Appreciate you coming back through. Welcome back to the stream, man. Appreciate y'all finding this stream, because my original stream, the one I put the link on and blasted out, that got closed because my computer froze. So I had to create another event. So I appreciate you guys coming through. Yeah, CP only had 3 carries. 7 yards, 2.3 per carry. Ritter, 15 yards, scrambling for his life. 3.8. 7. Well, see, no player broke out with a long run, a run longer than 9 yards. It was tough sledding. Now, Tampa Bay is a good run defensive team. They are. I will admit that. But I also think that the game plan was force Ritter to throw more than 35 times, and we should be able to win this game. Now, the turnover came early in the game, but the turnover came. And the team who won the turnover battle won the game. Ultimately, that was a turn in why we lost the game. How we lost the turnover game. If we had got a turnover also, now you get more possessions. You know what I'm saying? But Tampa Bay took advantage of that. Also got a safety. So, yeah, those are basically turnovers. A safety is a turnover. They get the 2 points, plus they get the ball. So it's technically 2 turnovers. It was directly accredited to Desmond Ritter. Directly. Those are his 9 points that he gave up. Drake London's a dog, man. And for everybody that's saying that, for Drake London and establishing that, recognizing that, I'm looking at the player that's right underneath him. Now, mind you, he had 3 catches and his average was 19. And so I saw someone say that. His average was 19 per catch. So what are people complaining about? Again, microcosm. I see Drake London fighting to try to get that ball. Can we say that for Cal all the time? Now, he did. He had that touchdown, but that was wide open. I mean, that's where the majority of his yards came from. Was that 36-yard broken play. So we're glad he got the touchdown, but after that, he disappeared. Where's Waldo? I don't think he was satisfied with that. I just think maybe Desmond didn't see him. I know other people said that Kyle Pitts was open on several other different plays, but Desmond missed his opportunity to pass it to him. So that also can be attributing to Kyle Pitts outside of that broken play touchdown was non-existent. But he got another touchdown, so we can't poo-poo that at all. It's a part of our scoring that we needed to try to stay in this game. Unfortunately, we wasted it, and we were unable to win the game due to our turnovers. And I count it as 2 turnovers, not 1, guys. When you take a sack in the safe, and when you're on the 11-yard line, you roll back 13 yards and take a safety, that's a turnover. May not count as a turnover on the stat sheet, but it's a turnover. A safety is a turnover in my book. Yeah, Michael Eagle said, yeah, even if Koo made 1 field goal, that safety made another difference. Exactly. The pick right there that luckily he brushed up against Bijan as he was intercepting the ball, or that would have been a pick 6. But since Bijan reached out for the ball and the defender ran through Bijan's arms to intercept the ball, they called him down when his knee hit the ground. But other than that, that would have been a pick 6. And I counted at least 4 passes outside of that one, or 3 more passes outside of that one that could have been a pick. Okay, so I love the yards, but that was the most emptiest 347 yards I've ever seen in my life. And people claim that Matt Ryan had empty yards. That was a prime example of empty yards and quarterback play that cost us the game. John Higgins says that turnover when the Diva 8 didn't make his block interception. Okay. All right, John Higgins. Now I understand. I understand that. And then we'll say, then we go in this circle, chasing our tail, talking about, well, why are we trying to have Kyle Pitts block on the screenplay? Because again, the safety that came up was a guy designated to Bijan. It wasn't drawn up to have a hat on a hat. That protection, that play was drawn up that Pitts was gonna block one man. The other guy was gonna block another man, and Bijan was gonna juke whatever man that came free. Unfortunately, the safety recognized that, or the corner recognized that, and straight jumped the route. Kyle Pitts, I do understand though. Kyle Pitts did miss that block. They go back and why are you doing that play on the 10-yard line anyway? I mean, it's just a big womp all the way around. That was not setting up Desmond Ridder for success. Also, throw it away and live another day. Yeah, keep them comments coming, guys. All right. Michael Eagle said, yeah, Ridder really needed that preseason warm-up, all 3 games. Yeah. I mean, our coach said he was ready after 9 snaps. 9-snap drive. That in an interception, mind you, also. In the red zone. But he was ready. Oblivion Empire said, but we love Ridder. I love Desmond. Shout out to Uncle Steve with the virus. Yeah, I just made up a word. Virus. Sounders in the business. Atlanta content creator, man. Y'all check out the link in the description. Check out Uncle Steve. We got some great content. I do. You should too. Oblivion Empire said it comes down to coaching. Should have had Smith and Pruitt blocking instead of Pitts. Good point. And you know what, John, when you say it like that, I understand. That is a great perspective to have it on. So either that's on Pitts or on Arthur Smith for even drawing that play up right there. But you gotta also tip your cap to that defender who read the play, know our playbook because it's so simple, and jumped it. Ball didn't get out of there fast either. He kind of like aimed it instead of just gunning it over there real quick. He like aimed it, make sure he didn't throw it over or behind him. And then what happened on another play when he overthrew Bijan, that took points off the board. I think that was taking 6 points off the board when we only had 3 in the first. That was bad. That was equally bad as the interception. Because Bijan was wide, stinking open. It actually was a great play by Arthur Smith. You put Bijan in motion to recognize if it's man or zone. You see that a man is dragging with Bijan. You had him cut in, cut back out, full speed. He is wide open in the flat. Had an outside receiver do an inside slant so you can clear out on that. It's man-to-man. That linebacker did not have a chance. That's a walk-in touchdown. But he overthrows the man by 5 yards. That was butt naked outside, wide open. All right, Gibby in the building. What up, Gibby? I see. Falcons need to let's draft another tight end. Like, oh no, they better not draft Brock Bowers. Oh man, you see the pitchforks in the streets if they do that. It was low scoring, but like you, how we won versus the Jets. In that, Ritter had no turnovers. I saw improvement. Was really hoping none of this game, especially. Yeah, we're not a good enough team to make up for turnovers. We're just not. We're not a good enough defense to make up for turnovers. And it's listed as one, but a safety is a turnover to me, guys. You give up points and you have to kick the ball off. I don't know why it's not ruled as a turnover, but it should be. In my book, we had 2 turnovers. Oblivion Empire says, I think Ritter missed Bijan. I don't think Ritter could see over the pass rusher on his right side. He saw Bijan. He just couldn't get it there. Even then, man, you throw it out there with touch. You know where he's supposed to be. You don't have any chemistry with Bijan to be able to throw that out there. Just in case he just blocked it out like the sun, like he was Reggie White. Nah, I think he rushed. I think he saw Bijan. He just rushed. He got too heavy because the play worked. He recognized the play worked, and he just threw it out there, and it slipped out his hand. I don't think that he missed him. I think he was wide open, and he recognized he was going to be butt naked wide open, and he just sailed it. John Higgins said it makes that block number 8, Bijan, the whole sideline to himself. If he makes that block, yeah, you're right. You're right about that, John Higgins. I'm not going to dispute that. He did miss that block. But I think it was 3 defenders on that side. But they had a defender, all of them lined up, and the safety was sitting back. So they already had 2 guys. Basically, the guy that came to make the tackle wasn't assigned. At least in my eyes, I don't think he was assigned to Pitts. Now, I ain't trying to make no excuses for him. But, I mean, yeah, he missed that block, clean block. Ritter didn't expect him to jump that route that fast. So, I can see you. That's a legitimate. I never even looked at it like that. So, let me give you some applause on that, man. That's a great point, John Higgins. I must admit, that is a great point. The safety, I will say the safety and missing Bijan had nothing to do with anyone except for Ritter. Always get the best offensive weapons. We could do without a quarterback. All right. Gibby is trolling Arthur Smith, obviously. Gibby says it's a turnover to him as well. John Higgins is going in on Pitts. He came to bang. Shout out to Tidy. John Higgins is banging on him, man. Shout out to Tidy, man. Atlantabirdgang. Y'all check him out. Had some great content. Player grades was yesterday. Great content. Go check his replays. Run up the lights and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe if you aren't. Link is in the description. You know what I'm saying? John Higgins says, now that pass on the goal line, Ritter rushed that pass. That was Ritter's fault. Yeah, that was Ritter's fault. Again, the interception turned into 7. The safety turned into 2. So that's 9. So that's 16 points off the board. That's 16-point swing by Ritter. And how much everybody want to blame Koo for missing 2 kicks. That's a 6-point swing for Koo. Desmond Ritter was accounted for a 16-point swing in the game, guys. That's how I look at it. Now, if I'm going to take what John Higgins is looking at, I can take the perspective like, okay, Kyle Pitts whipped on a block. Erase that. It's still 9 points. So it's either 16 points that we lost at the hand of Ritter, or it's 9 points. That's still greater than
Sergeant Gibby says, should have got Koo closer. We were feeble offensively for 7 straight drives, couldn't get a first down.
Excellent.
Oblivion Empire says, I don't blame Koo, I blame the offense couching play calling.
Yep. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Gibby and Oblivion had great comments because our offense was stagnant for 7 straight drives. We would get 1 first down and then go 3 and out after that. We would get a good first run and then pass. Get the first down and then pass 3 straight times.
Oblivion Empire says, coaching dang auto correct.
I know what you meant, Oblivion. I know what you meant. And the AI is doing the talking now. Hope y'all like that feature. But I'll cut it off if I want to expound on someone's content.
47-yard line 2 times and 46-yard line starting field position, no points.
Yeah. Yeah, and let me cut off the robo because I want to talk about that, what Gibby just brought up. Special teams outside of Koo missing 2 field goals was excellent. They gave us positive starting position a lot this game. And we didn't do nothing with it. Not a dang on thing, man. So that's what we get into the play calling aspect of it, where people are saying Ritter don't have a chance because his coach puts him in bad situations. I see that also. I think it's a combination of both, to be honest. I know that my man Tidy, he believes that he's starting to believe that Arthur Smith is not as bad as we think. He thinks it's more on Ritter being a poor deliverer of the football. Is why he calls such a vanilla game with his play sheet and his play calling. I can agree with that. But his situational play calling is horrible. That's why I can't excuse Arthur Smith. Because his situational play calling is horrible, in my opinion. Oblivion says, I blame it on both Ritter and the offensive play calling. Now, on that interception, since John Higgins has brought the light to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, hold on. Let me see. I was once in the darkness. Once I was in the darkness. But I will say John Higgins has cut on the light for me on that interception. So I've softened my stance on that pass by Ritter now. I have softened my stance on that interception. Still was a turnover. It still happened. But I think John Higgins made an excellent point about the missed block by Kyle Pitts. That's on Kyle Pitts, and that's on coaching. We all know that Kyle Pitts cannot block. We know this. We've seen this throughout his 3 years as a Falcon. He's a very poor blocker out of the tight end position. He's a poor blocker as a wide receiver, let alone tight end. So, John Higgins, you got that, brother. I'm going to give you another applause because, yeah, he definitely missed that block. Oblivion said, I don't mind Logan Woodside in the preseason. Man, I wish I had the robo on. I'm going to cut it back on, man. That was a great one. I wanted the AI to say that. Wow. And this is where we're at right now, guys. We're all 6-6. So, do you guys think that the Atlanta Falcons can still win this division? Yeah. On Halloween night, the very busy spider looking for her friends. Go ahead. Go take it to the room, please.
Sergeant Gibby says, yes.
Yes.
Alberto Molina says, Larry, what's good?
What's
What
good,
I don't
Alberto?
understand is it looks like the players don't know the passing plays when they catch the ball. Seems like they are surprised. Dropping the ball sometimes.
Yeah, Alberto, man, appreciate you coming through. This sounded for you. That is true. I actually saw number 8 drop a couple of balls today. Normally when a ball actually gets to him, he catches them. So I was surprised about that, to be honest. But great comment. So Alberto is intimating that the players are not used to the ball getting there in a timely way. So they can't really adjust to his ball. Well, Drake London can, but no one else can. I say, who does she see hanging upside down?
MW the variable says, yes. But the offense has to get it together.
What's up, MW the franchise, a.k.a. the variable now? What's up, fam? I see you. Welcome back to the stream.
Michael Eagle C says, ID take Woodside over Hyaneka. Sergeant Gibby says, he probably only throws to Drake London LOL.
Yeah, in practice, yeah. He definitely has a connection with Drake.
Oblivion Empire says, definitely yes, got to believe.
Yeah. I think we can still win this division, man. We had the easier schedule, guys. The Atlanta Falcons has the easier schedule. Now, mind you, that Colts game is going to be hard. All right? The Colts are not going to be an easy game. And the Bears just beat the Lions. So that's not going to be an easy game. On the road, probably snowing. What I will say is that we got the Panthers now, which is a must-win. Guys, put a 1 in the chat if you think.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah, the very hungry caterpillar. Hey, Miss B, what up, cuz? I see you. Welcome back to the stream. That sounds for you. I see you, fam. Guys, put a 1 in the chat if you think it's a must-win against the Carolina Panthers, or do you think number 2? Put a 2 in the chat if you think we still got some wiggle room. I think it's a must-win. I mean, I think every game for the rest of the season is a must-win, to be honest. Right now, we don't play the Bucs anymore. So we got to win all our games, and we got to hope the Bucs lose the NFC game. All right, Gibby said 1. MW the franchise, a.k.a. the variable, said 1. Oh, what do you guys think? Is it a must-win against the Carolina Panthers, the Kitty Cats, the lowly Cats, keep pounding Cats? Is that a must-win, or do we still have some wiggle room? I think it's a must-win. I think every game for the rest of the season is a must-win. If you're trying to win and go to the playoffs before the night ends. Now open it. Trick or treat. The end. Good job, son.
Johnner says. 1.
What's up, John R? How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. The sounder for you. Appreciate you coming through. Welcome to the Falcon in review.
3 says. Falcons win the division. I don't think so. Michael Eagle C says. If we lose to the Panthers, I give up honestly.
Oh, no. So John Higgins got no more hope. And see, that's part 3 of what I wanted to get into.
Johnner says.
On the review.
Start Woodside. Michael Eagle C says. Anyone should beat the Panthers TBH.
For real, for real. For real, for real. If we lose to the Panthers.
Sergeant Gibby says. The Gibby effect.
Now, guys, appreciate you coming in, Miss B, John, Johnny, Michael, Gibby. I appreciate you guys' comments too. Are you, since you said that, John Higgins, do you want to get on a no-limit tank with Master P and Tank for Daniels?
Johnner says. What's happening, Dixon?
I see you, John R. I appreciate you coming through, man. Guys, do you want to win this division? Put a 1 in the chat. Or do you want a no-limit tank to get Jaden Daniels or Caleb Williams? I don't think we'll get the Caleb Williams level because we're not. I mean, that's going to be the Panthers pick who goes to the Chicago Bears. Do you think that winning this division is more important than trying to get our franchise quarterback?
Yes, we have an easy schedule on paper, but on the field results this year indicates that all remaining games are traps, period.
What's up, Hucklebuck? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Great comment. When you lose to the Arizona Cardinals, every game is a trap gut.
MW the variable says. 1. These young guys need to experience the playoffs.
All right, so the variable says 1. He wants us to go to the playoffs so they can get experience to get winning habits. I respect that. Anybody else got a...
Sergeant Gibby says. Try to win. Hope we don't win the division. Daniel sets us up for the future. Winning the division does not playing the Cowboys or Eagles and getting destroyed.
Sergeant Gibby's on the other side of the
Johnner says. 1.
He said getting Daniels is more important than winning this trash division.
If you don't beat the Carolina Panthers, don't bring your butts back to Georgia.
Oh, my goodness. John Higgins is, oh, my goodness. John Higgins is going off. John Higgins. Oh, my goodness. John Higgins going to put paws on them dudes if they lose to the Panthers. I know last time we went there, we got embarrassed.
We move off Ritter. I want Fields. Yes, I believe winning this Devi Zion. Because when a team wins the Devi Zion, more players would want to come to the team.
Okay, so Oblivion is saying, go get Justin Fields, win the division, and then they'll set us up for players that want to come. But do players want to come play for Arthur Smith? That's the question. That's the question.
Sergeant Gibby says. Arthur Smith can be the Panthers' new head coach.
Oh, I would love that.
Stitch says. We can't even get Fields because the Bears are keeping him.
Yeah, I think the Bears going to keep him. But my cousin from Chicago think that they're going to trade him. And rumors coming out of Chicago that they want a second, a fourth, and a sixth rounder for Justin Fields. That's not really bad, to be honest. That's not bad. So we'll keep an eye on that situation. But
BATL
yeah.
says, I just want to write a comment so I can hear AI speak LOL.
There you go, cuz you got it in. I like the AI feature, man. I could try to respond fast enough before the comments come in too fast to go to another comment.
Oblivion Empire says, but if we lose to the Panthers, fire Smith and put him in the cargo space. Or leave him in NC.
Yeah, leave him in NC. Leave him in Concord. He can go to the racetrack. But don't bring him back to Atlanta. Nah. I mean, some say they should have already left him. They should have left him in Europe. We played the Jaguars. But you ain't hear that from me.
Johnner says, the current regime needs an elite veteran quarterback.
Well, unfortunately, that's not going to be on the market. I don't think Kirk Cousins is an elite veteran quarterback.
MW the variable says, should a 2nd, 4th, and 6th pick for Fields? ID do it? Haven't been hitting consistently on 2nd rounders anyway.
Boom! Look at Richard Grant. That man talking about Richard Grant. He ain't had to say the name. Everybody thought it when he said that. Everybody thought it. I know I did. How about you? Man, y'all rolling today, man. Keep them comments coming. We like the AI talking to y'all. I'll respond the best I can, as quickly as I can. Let's see. So yeah, that's not bad. Because some thought it was going to be a 1st and a 3rd or something like that. I was like, no, you're not getting a 1st from us. But a 2nd, a 4th, and a 6th, I mean, I think we got an extra 6, so I'm not worried about that. A 6, whatever. It's just a 2nd and 4th in my mind. I'm not really mad at that. But again, Arthur Smith passed on Justin Fields because he didn't think that he could fit in his system. Is he going to have a revelation that, oh, maybe he does fit my system? On paper, him having that type of weapons on the field should make him a better coach. But I don't think situationally he can do a good job.
The Falcons are going to the Super Bowl. No, wait, that's the Feeble Bowl.
The Feeble Bowl.
MW the variable says, and I agree with Johnny, Arthur Smith needs a vet under center to really thrive. I have no faith in as calling plays for a young QB.
I don't think it would be a veteran or a young QB. I don't think he can develop a young QB. And I think his situational play calling is butt cheeks. That's just me. But you can't demote him for being an offensive coordinator and keep him as a head coach. If he can't come here and do the job that he was hired to do, you need to fire him. And just hire a new head coach that's going to be a head coach and let him hire the offensive coordinator and defense. If you want to keep this defensive coordinator, he can. If he don't, oh well. And let the GM have some say in it, please. Is that too hard to say? That the GM have
Sergeant
more say
Gibby
in his
says,
personnel?
Who is the Braves' comparison to Desmond Ridder? Second half Bryce Elder, Kirby Yikes, Chad Foote, or Colin McPhoo?
McPhoo. Because to be Bryce
Johnner
Elder, you had
says,
to
it's
you had to play at
mind-boggling
an
that Coach
all-star
A. Smith
level
does
at
not
least
implement
once.
scheme plays from other teams like the Chiefs/Andy Reid.
Because just like Uncle Steve say, Arthur Smith is a genius. You know what I'm saying? Again, shout out to Uncle Steve. Yeah, I mean, he think he knows everything, man. He got a smug attitude. He's real, friendly with the McAfee show, but he be real snobby and whatever to do against our local media. Not very personable at all. So it just comes off and rubs off as the dude that knows the most in the room when he don't.
You big dummy.
Basically, that's what I think. Babe, what I know, man, I'm sitting on this couch. What I know. But I do appreciate John Higgins giving me that nugget to think about. Because when I replay that play in my mind, I'm like, yeah, he definitely whiffed on that. That was horrible. But my coach put him out there to block on a slot screen when you know he's horrible at blocking. So, yeah. Let's see. I like that,
BATL says, we can't even win 3 games in a row with Arthur Smith. He has never done it since he been here.
Miss B dropping some thunderstorms out here. Not knowledge.
John Higgins 3 says,
wow.
Okay, Dixon Way, I got to go. It's been a good show.
Thank you for coming in, brother. Appreciate you coming in, man. Make sure everybody, you guys hit that like button before you leave. Or did you come in, man? We appreciate you guys coming in. Appreciate you, John. We'll see you on the various streams I'm on. Yeah, that's a great point, Ms. B. That's an absolute great point. Arthur Smith has not won 3 games in a row in his career as a head coach. We talking about getting him another year, like his job is safe. There's no more excuse about we got salary cap here. None of that. Now this team is molded under his view, under his leadership. This is the team he wanted. He's the one that said,
Sergeant Gibby says,
Red only needed 9
we
snaps.
currently have the 11th pick. Johnner says, the injury bug is starting to hit the team at the wrong time.
Yeah, but I mean, teams go through injuries. And Gibby, we currently have the 11th pick. That's awesome. Again, it just depends on what side of camp you are. I don't want to see us lose, man. I don't want to root for us to lose. If we just miss the playoffs, then guess what? We can do what Carolina
BATL
did.
says,
Give up a whole bunch of picks.
I think at this point that is something that needs to be done,
Jaden
especially if you talking about Super Bowls, etc. Other great teams go on a winning streak.
Another great point by Miss B. Yeah. Something needs to be done, especially if you're talking about Super Bowls and all that stuff. Playoffs. I'm going to get like, what was his name? Jim Moore Sr. Playoffs. We ain't talking about playoffs. Playoffs. I'm just trying to win the game. Yeah, we're just trying to win the game, man. Just trying to win the game. Carolina Panthers, and actually every game for the rest of this season is a must-win game. There's no more we giving games away. John Higgins and others express if we lose to the Carolina Panthers, Arthur Smith should be fired on the spot. And if he's not,
Sergeant Gibby says, Jaden Daniels to the Raiders. MW the Variable says, classic Jim Morris Sr. rant. Playoffs.
Playoffs. Now the Raiders could go
says,
get Jaden Daniels.
If we lose the Panthers game then, SMH.
Yeah.
Johnner says, that part Dixon Way and the other 31 teams are dealing with injuries too, no excuses.
Exactly. Everybody dealing with injuries, man. Suck it up, Buttercup. As they say, suck it up, buttercup. I don't want to hear that. I ain't trying to hear it, bruh. I'm not. I want us to try to fight for the playoffs personally. And if we don't make it, then do what the Chicago Bears did. Well, excuse me, do what the Carolina Panthers did. Put in a package to move up. Maybe you don't have to get the number 1 pick in a draft. But you need to get up there. And I will wait to see what Chicago does in the draft. I would not trade before the draft. I have a whole bunch of scenarios and packages and stuff like that ready for the draft. Now, if you feel like somebody's going to move ahead of you, then you may move quickly. All these things get rumored around, and teams know what other teams are going to do.
MW the variable says, I'm more so worried about the Aints game at the end of the season than the Panthers game. Carolina got too much chaos going on to see us. Oh, but if they do beat us.
Yeah, kiss the baby if they beat us. Also, what a great game that would be. Atlanta Falcons versus the Aints for the division in Nolans. Hey, yo. I mean, I know it's for being the king of the crap division, but bragging rights would be crazy. If we could win in New Orleans and win the division, thus eliminating the New Orleans Aints, man. That would be almost like a Super Bowl, right? And the same thing with the Saints fans. If they won the game at home and beat us, and go to the playoffs and send us home on the couch, it will make their season. It will make their season. They're stuck with Caldwell at least 3 years, so we got a 3-year head start on trying to build a better team than the Saints. So once they finally get that those numbers off the books, they're going to be rebuilding and be able to rebuild the right way. Right now, they stuck like Chuck with Derek Carr. And I appreciate them getting Derek Carr, that broken down car. That car missing an alternator or a transmission broke. Something. And they won their last game, so good on them. That's why they pulled in a virtual tie with us in Tampa Bay. All 6 and 7. I just want us to show some type of semblance of trying to win. And guess what? If we don't win, we have a better if we don't win, we got a better draft position, and we'll be able to step up and go after Jaden Daniels. We just need to get in front of the Raiders. Because I kind of agree with Gibby. The Raiders ain't going to let Jaden Daniels pass them by. But the kid said that his idol was Mike Vick.
To kick them out the playoffs and their own field? That would save his job. I don't care what the owner says. If we miss the playoffs this year, I can see them getting us up out of here.
Okay. Okay. I agree, man. To kick them out of the playoffs on their own field would save Arthur Smith's job. I think Arthur Smith's job is already saved. Oh, you meaning that they would give
Sergeant
Arthur Smith an extension?
Is Jaden Daniels even on the Falcons' radar? What we think isn't what the front office thinks.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's my wishful thinking. I will hope that Jaden Daniels the Heisman Trophy winner. Maybe a possible C.J. Stroud type of clone or Lamar Jackson type of clone would be able to come here, would be on their radar. I know one thing. If Arthur Smith plus Ritter are the head coach and starting quarterback of this team next year, we got to start talking about Arthur Blank. And has he lost his faculties? Does he need to fire everybody around him that is his brain trust, a.k.a. Rich McKay? Like, I'm dead serious, man. And I understand, man, Arthur Blank is the best owner outside of Ted Turner in this city's history. Don't get it twisted. I'm not talking about
Sergeant
the man
says,
Arthur Blank.
He's gone senile if that's the case.
That's what I'm saying, Gibby. That's what I'm saying. If Arthur Blank looks at Arthur Smith and we lose this division, and y'all hear my wife laughing in the background. If Arthur Blank looks at Arthur Smith and we lose this king of the poop division and say Arthur Smith and Desmond Ritter are our starting quarterback and coach with no competition, we need to check out Arthur Blank. We need to check out Arthur Blank. Seriously. We just do. I understand the man ushered in the greatest era in Falcon history. I understand that. Arthur Blank did that. Way better than the Rankin Smiths, you know what I'm saying? The Rankin Smiths of the world. Way better. No doubt. But that young, spry, older man
MW the variable
is different
says,
now.
Desmond and Arthur combo should never happen again.
That's what I'm saying, bro. If we lose to the Panthers and get eliminated from the playoffs, and Arthur Smith is still our coach and Desmond Ritter is still our starting quarterback, we have to question our owner and his faculties. We have to. How else will you look at it? You're going to roll into 2024 with that? No way. You have so many people defaulting on their PSLs, their season ticket. That thing will be a ghost town. It'll be Arthur Blank, friends and family in the stands. I promise you. Arthur Blank will have to go back to $100 season tickets. No, actually $50. He had to cut it in half. That's what we became season ticket holders. 4 scores and 15 years ago. It was like 15 years ago, babe? 16?
Michael Eagle C says,
Yeah, whenever Matt started.
This season so far and the past 2 to 3 years, and we went through like 3 or so quarterbacks starting. One common factor is Arthur Smith making play calls.
Facts.
Michael Eagle C says. So, my conclusion is either fire Arthur Smith as head coach or hire an actual OC.
But if you hire an actual OC, why you keep Arthur Smith around? Because Arthur Smith was hired to do that job because he was the jizzer, the genius. He was the jizzer, the new upcoming genius in the NFL in play calling. Side eyes in the chat. The Jizza. Come on, man. We know better than that. Yeah, we can't. There's no way Arthur Smith survives. I'm talking like he's on Naked and Afraid or something. No way he survives out in the wild like that if he loses to the Panthers. It's time to tap, man. Your PSR is going down. Your PSR is going down. Your head coaching PSR is going down. Y'all seen Naked and Afraid? You know what I'm talking about. You tapping. Man. All right, let's move to the next game, man. We're gonna get off of what with Tampa Bay. All right, we get into the Panthers, man. Panthers are in utter disarray. They fired their head coach. Their offense line is boo-boo. Their defense is suspect. Guys, this is a must-win. Just like, but
Sergeant
guess what?
Gibby says,
we lost to the Arizona Cardinals.
Hire Michael Vick and fire the Waterboy.
Oh, Lord, hire Michael Vick. Mike Vick done, man. Man, Mike Vick ain't no coach. He ain't studied his playbook enough to be a coach. Shots fired. Yeah, I said it. Good analyst, though. I enjoy Vick on Fox on the early show. I enjoy him a lot. Until he started talking that with the Eagles. But he do it with the Falcons, too. So, them the two teams he's most associated with. I get it. I don't like it, though. I mean, I will almost get Bieniemy. Bieniemy turned. Now I know Washington is struggling, but Bieniemy turned Sam Howell into almost a fourth. By the end of the season, Sam Howell is going to be a 4,000-yard passer of the football, guys. The talent isn't there per se. He's better than Ritter. But ain't nobody knocking down the door about Sam Howell. And they only
Sergeant
got
Gibby
one
says,
legit wide receiver.
Dodgers and Padres playing in South Korea to start the MLB regular season. I will tune into that.
Oh
Alberto
my
Molina
goodness.
says,
For real, Gibby?
we have to win out the
Wow.
rest of games to beat out Buccaneers. If we lose, I can't imagine the fans.
Oh, we going to be here, Alberto. Oh, we're going to be here. But I think we're going to win the rest of our games. Even the one against the Colts, and that should be our hardest game. Even harder than the Saints game, to be honest. Colts are a decent team. They can run it. They basically do what we do, but do it better. And Minshew is Minshew. Minshew magic. But what Gibby said sparked my interest. Dodgers and Philly gonna play in South Korea at the start of the regular season. That's gonna be on in the butt crack of the morning. Nah, I'll miss out on that. Good luck to him though. That's gonna be 7 o'clock? No, it might be 7 o'clock in the morning. Because over there it's nighttime when it's daytime here. So 7 o'clock in the morning here is like 7 in the evening over there. Or maybe a little bit further back, because I know with Japan, it's like mirroring. It's just like instead of the morning, it's the evening. So right now, it's 5:26 in Japan right now, in Tokyo. So yeah.
Sergeant Gibby says, Blake Shell is B. Blake Snell. He walks everyone known to man and relies too much on luck.
Yeah, but I would prefer Blake Snell on this thing than worrying about I mean, we need Blake Snell to replace Freed. Freed is
Sergeant
out of here.
Gibby says, the game starts at 3:05 a.m. NVMLOL.
Yeah, good luck to you, Gibby. I'm not doing a watch party for that. A is the It's
Sergeant
disgusting.
Gibby
Dodgers.
says 6 a.m.
Yeah, 6 a.m. So it's 6 p.m. game. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Even if it was the Braves, you have a hard time trying to wake me up and have me ready at 6 o'clock a.m. to do a stream. That ain't happening. That'll be a game we miss, for sure, for sure. But we ain't got to worry about that. All right, so my prediction, Falcons versus Kitty Cats versus the Kittens versus the purr, purr. 28-7. No, 28-7, excuse me. Falcons blowing them out, no field goals, straight touchdowns. Ritter fans going crazy. Desmond throws for 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Bijan and Algiers get a touchdown themselves. No, Bijan and Drizzy Drake get a touchdown. Because Drake deserve a touchdown.
Sergeant Gibby says. Feeble Bolite, Falcons 27 Panthers 14. MW the variable says. 33-10 Falcons.
All right. What are you guys' predictions of the game? What are your predictions of the game against Carolina Panthers? And thanks to the AI for assisting me on reading these chats. Appreciate that, AI. You're awesome. Got the AI in here like Jarvis. I said that's the only predictions? That's it? No more predictions. All right. Okay, guys. Well, we've been going for about an hour and a half, almost hour and 20 minutes, something like that. No, an hour and 18 minutes. So we about to get up out of here, man. Thank all of you guys for coming in. All of you guys are awesome. Ain't nobody told you I'm a
Alberto Molina says. 20-7 Falcons win.
All right, Alberto with the 20-7. I'll take that. Kind of low scoring against a horrible team like the Panthers, but whatever. A win is a dub, and we need it. We need it.
Oblivion Empire says. We love the Dixon way.
We love y'all too, man. Every last one of y'all. Appreciate you. Also, guys, we will have a live watch party tonight on a national game. Lakers versus the Mavericks.
Oblivion
LeBron
Empire
versus
says.
Luka.
31-13 Falcons. Johnner says. Hire Ken Dorsey offensive coordinator and head coach Eric Bieniemy.
Okay. Now you talking, Johnny. Okay. I like that, Johnny. Hold up. Let me give you applause for that, brother. Okay. I ain't mad at that. At all. Because Airbnb done turned Sam Howell into a 4,000-yard passer, guys, with only one reliable wide receiver, too. In McLaurin. So, dude, sign me up. Sign me
Oblivion Empire says. I want Ryan N as head coach.
Oh, you want Ryan Nielsen as a coach, our defense coordinator. Now, coach might disagree with you. Coach don't like no Ryan Nielsen. Oh, he be letting fire into Ryan Nielsen. I don't think Nielsen bad, but I do see his points, though.
Yes.
Yeah, I see Coach's point about Ryan Nielsen on his bend but don't break offense. some of it's kind of dumbfounding, just like Arthur Smith's offensive play calling. I do agree. But I think the lesser of two evils is Ryan Nielsen. I think Arthur Smith is the worst problem. I think Ryan Nielsen and Gray has these guys playing well, even though with all the injuries we had this entire season. All right. So, yeah, we will have a national basketball game. Lakers versus the Mavericks. Luka and Kyrie. I don't think Kyrie's playing tonight. So, yeah, Lakers better take advantage of this. All they got is Luka and some friends. Derek Lively, who should have been a Hawk, but we didn't want to give up Clint Capella plus the draft pick. I don't want to talk about the Hawks right now because they're very disappointing. I think they're more disappointing than the Falcons right now. At least the Falcons are in the race. I know it's early in the season, but yeah, things got to change. Gonna make a change.
Johnner says 17 to 10 ATL.
Johnny with the 7 to 10. Gonna do real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. Man. Yeah, we got to make a change. We got to make a change. Falcons and
Oblivion Empire
Hawks.
says, hit the likes, guys, show the lovey.
Yeah, we're about to get up out of here, man. Thank you guys for coming through. As always, we'll see you guys at 8 o'clock. Lakers versus Mavericks on a live watch party. We do that fire commentary. Peace up, A-Town down. Rise up, Falcons. Y'all better beat the Panthers. You
Alberto
better beat
Molina
the lowly kitty
Dixon
cat.
Atlanta having some World Cup games in 2026 ATL gonna be lit.
Yeah, it will be. I'm gonna watch. I can't commentate, but I can watch and root on the you know what I'm saying? Watch the teams. Hopefully men's USA can actually do something. Hopefully it's turning around. I know they qualified, so that's good, but hopefully they can make it shake. But again, man, thank all of you guys coming through. We'll holler at y'all later. We'll see you guys at 7:30. Peace up. A-Town down. Deuces.